Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Private alongside Richard Mulrooney as we get ready to kick off the new soccer season at the University of Memphis. And Coach, first of all, you played a couple of matches, exhibition matches, but you want to win them, and you did, 2-0 against Alabama, Huntsville, and Jefferson College.
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, started preseason off, and then about 3 or 4 days later, we had our first game versus UAH. It wasn't the prettiest, but having said that, a lot of times the first game isn't. You know, the familiarity, the chemistry necessarily wasn't there, and we just really didn't take care of the ball individually. But the good sign of it was we found a way to win. So when you don't play well and win, that gives you promise that there's going to be games like that during the season. So I hope to play better and win, but that day we didn't, but we still found a way to win. So we took that one, we learned from it, and then obviously went into the Jefferson College game. We did play better. Definitely was a more complete match. Got a lot of minutes to two guys. It was a very warm day, so fitness was an issue with that. But having said that, I thought we had a more thorough match. Still not the greatest, but at the same time, considering it's still preseason, our second match, I think it was a good lead-in into the start of our season this Friday.
I assume if you would have gone into the first exhibition and played just an incredibly clean game, you'd have been very concerned about that.
Yeah, I'd be a little nervous that we're peaking too early, but that wasn't the case. I think the guys obviously got a good feel for what college soccer is about. You know, I've got 10 freshmen in. I got 2 transfers from last Christmas. And then I still have a core or whatever, but that's a large number that got their first minutes in their college game, and I think they understand when you talk about the tempo and the speed of play, they got a good taste of that, and you need that before you get into your first match.
Entering your 4th year as the head coach, you've improved every year. 8-8-1 last year. I know this group of 6 seniors and the returners looking to make a little bit more of a jump this year.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we got so close last year. You know, if we win that last game, we could probably maybe finish second in the conference. Fortunately, we lost to a good Tulsa team, finished last. So that's the difference between the little things and the big things, and we're trying to correct the little things this year. Instead of winning more 50-50 balls, being on time for meetings, just little things that we think make a difference to get us over the edge. And I know the returners all want to get to the NCAA tournament, especially the 6 seniors who haven't been there, and the freshmen obviously are coming off quite a few of them a successful summer stint with their club teams where they did win national championships or got to semifinals. They want to bring that mentality and bring that to Memphis, and I think the mixture of both, I'm hoping, will get us over that hump.
The American, not a big conference as far as numbers, as far as the amount of teams in the league. It's a good concentration of teams because you get multiple bids, but saying not a large number of teams, you don't get a lot of matches in conference. Every one is extremely valuable.
The parity's it's a beast. It really is. The parity that we have in our conference, and like I said, only I believe USF had wrapped up the #1 seed, but seeds 2 through 8 last year going into the last weekend, like I said, were wide open. So it just shows you every point matters. Every home game matters. You know, you can't take, if you have a bad game, and unfortunately we did it for a couple last year, it put us in a tough spot, but it also kept us in the race. So we're just trying to prepare, obviously, with our non-conference leading into our conference to be ready for that, but there's no easy game in college, period. To win in college, it's a tough mark to reach, but at the same time, I believe that we have the team and the chemistry that can get quite a few wins non-conference and hopefully find the wins conference to get us into the semifinals this year.
It's probably tough to say now because you've not started play and neither have the American team started, but what do you see out of the conference this year, another multi-bid season?
I'm hoping so. I mean, obviously, I don't think Tulsa's finished out of the top 2 or 3 for every year we've been in the AAC. USF and UCF have new coaches, with USF obviously finishing first last year. I mean, Connecticut, I think, was ranked in the preseason top 25. You have SMU, who's going to be coming back. Cincinnati obviously beat us last year. So, you know what? We're going to take it game by game this year, but I know every game is going to be a handful, but I also know we're going to be a handful for them.
Another exciting thing happening this year, they put in the new field, the new pitch. A few years ago, you guys are going to play a couple of day games late in the season over on the Park Avenue campus, and the women will too. So it's not a complete transition right now, but the fans are going to kind of get to see a preview of what that Park Avenue campus is going to look like.
Just excited about it. To finally have games on that field. We've practiced on it for a couple of years now, but to finally get some meaningful games and knowing that our marketing group's going to be pushing the game very hard to get the students out to watch. I mean, it's late November, early November, late October. The weather's going to be beautiful. I'm excited to see the future of that. Obviously, we're still in the beginning stages of it, but knowing that the fundraising is going to happen, we're going to be there full time, and knowing that our home locker rooms are there, that we're not renting our locker room or wondering, the timeline. We set the own timeline. It's a home stadium, and I've told the guys this year, that's home field. We're going to have an advantage on it this year, and I expect us to compete at every game. There's no excuses as to why we shouldn't.
The rest of your games again out at Mike Rose Soccer Complex. You'll be on the road Friday at Belmont, but you will be out at Mike Rose Sunday afternoon.
Yep. Obviously taking it game by game. Belmont have a bunch of new players in it as well. It's an interstate rivalry, so we're preparing for that. But it's a quick turnover, and obviously the UAB match. Obviously, Coach Grant before me had continued that relationship. I've gotten to know Coach Getman very well at UAB. We play them in the spring. We play them in the fall. It's become a rivalry that's it can be heated at times in the right way, but at the same time, I'll start focusing that a little bit more on Saturday, but our task at hand right now is Belmont to make sure we get a result up in Nashville.
All right, well, best of luck on Friday. And again, you and Brooks are playing that doubleheader 5 and 7, both against UAB on Sunday.
That's correct. Yep, the women will be right after us. It should be a good day. The women have gotten off to a great start, and we're looking to do the same thing.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Coach Richard Mulroney, I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.